we sit there and hold each other's hands. See, I always find it fascinating that when it comes to revenge porn from Ralph, Mersh said nothing. But when it comes to revenge porn from Aaron Imholt, oh my gosh, Mersh can't wait to jump on the bandwagon.
Hey, Cog, let's address it, because this is the one thing you always bang a drum on, and I want to make it very clear. I want to make things very clear for the record, because I think that you're confused. Because guys like you, you'll say something. I'll address what you say. You pretend I'd never addressed it, and then you go in this fucking psychotic spiral, and you continue to keep bringing up the point that I've already addressed. So I'm going to make things very, very clear for all of you out there. Was Ethan Ralph indicated in a revenge porn case that there was some legalities as a result of? Yes. Is Aaron Imholt currently involved in legalities having to do with revenge porn? Yes. Why does Mersh address Aaron but not address Ethan Ralph? Because I'm a biased hypocrite and Ethan Ralph is my friend, Cock. How many times have I explained this to you fucking troglodytes, and yet you continue to pretend like I didn't give you a clear and concise answer? And then you ask the question again like a woman who didn't get it. Basically, you're like a woman or a child who got an answer from one of the parents that they didn't like. So you're going to keep asking the question. So I will reiterate it again. Yeah, Ralph treats women terribly. Ralph has done awful things to women. So is Aaron Imholt. Why don't I go after Ethan Ralph? Why do I go after Aaron Imholt? Because Ethan Ralph's my friend, and I don't fucking care about women. I think they should all be abused. Abused women are well-behaved women. There it is. Why doesn't he go after Ethan Ralph? Oh, because Ralph's my friend. I'm a hypocrite. I've said it many times on this show. I'm a fucking hypocrite. I am biased. My friends get special preferential treatment over people I don't like. Yeah, baby. I am just like every one of you on the internet. The only difference is I'll look you in the fucking eyes with my wonky eyes and tell you to your face. I'm a hypocrite, a charlatan, a piece of shit. I am not a good person. Do you next, Cog, you fucking pedophile. At least my siblings, 2 of my siblings, are not on record publicly accusing me of raping a 14-year-old. So when I get to the pearly gates, what's going to happen? Are they going to say, Mersh, you were a hypocrite and a liar and a charlatan and a grifter? Then, and only then, at the gates of heaven, will I turn and point to Ethan Ralph and go, well, that guy did revenge porn. And then I'll throw him under the bus so I can go to heaven. That's me. The guy that for 7 or 8 years has told you cocksuckers from day one. What team is Mersh on? Mersh's team. My team. The team where I get the most benefits. The team where I make the most money. Where things are good for me and bad for others. That's the team I'm on. Now go get any one of these other fucking yentas who talk about each other on the internet. Oh, this one did this and this one did that. How many of them will look you in the fucking eye with his wonky eye like I did and said, yes, I'm a piece of shit. Do the next guy. Would you like... Yeah, there we go. I think this is it.
Call from
Ethan fucking Ralph.
All right, there we go. Yo.
Mersh, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Okay, I had to do a few things here. My Google Voice, that's weird. Whatever, I had to pull up the desktop settings on my phone, and it worked. I'm good. I'm glad to be here, man. Thanks. I wanted to talk about Imholt.
Oh, yeah. No, I still have that pulled up. You see that? So you saw the news today, right?
I did. Yes, I did.
What is your expert legal? Now, of course, Ethan Ralph is not an attorney, but he might as well be with all the time he's spent in court. So, Ralph, what is your...
Also true. I've joked, and this is when Rekieta and I were beefing. I don't think he'll mind this joke, and we're on great terms now and everything. But I think I've been in the courtroom more than Nick Rekieta, actually.
Okay, but that's a funny joke.
I mean, I think it's true.
I mean, now maybe not so much recently, but you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he may have caught up recently, but it's not even necessarily an insult. Because I've been in court since I was 12 years old, like
that's really funny.
Times. So,
court more than Rekieta is very funny.
But M-Holt, and Rekieta said it himself on Twitter. Now, he wasn't talking about M-Holt directly. Somebody asked him a hypothetical.
Oh, yeah, I said this earlier on the show. We're talking about Jeff. If my name was Jeff and I was in Minnesota, and then he just wrote out the exact same scenario. Yeah,
well,
he said what? Conflict of interest or irreconcilable differences are the only two real major so, like, the way I see it is, and I've already kind of, like, we don't have absolute proof, but this is the way I'm saying he did it because it makes sense. Aaron has this revenge porn shit. It gets suspended till fucking October, whatever. Aaron decides, fucking Hail Mary, I'm going to gag both these assholes. I'm going to get HROs. I don't think he told Todd Peterson at all. I think he went around Todd Peterson's back, or maybe he asked Todd, and Todd said, you leave me out of that shit. And Aaron said, fine, I'm going to go. Aaron went and filed those sloppy HROs himself. Remember all the blank spots that you didn't even bother filling in the info? Then he retained an attorney. So I think, look at the timing. He gets his attorney last week. This is a realistic time frame for the attorney to have had time now over the weekend and to really look at this case. And I just think he's like, no, we're not. Because remember, Nick, and I can say this, Nick said this publicly. They tried to make a deal with Nick. As soon as he got a lawyer, his lawyer contacted Aaron's lawyer, and they tried to make a deal. And I believe Nick's words respectfully were "fuck yourself," was his exact quote.
They were.
So because he wanted to make a deal, basically saying, "Okay, look, I said some things, you said some things," like one of those things. Like, how about we do a mutual HRO? Was the and Rekieta said, respectfully, go fuck your mother. Like, no, I'm gonna get this whole thing thrown out. This is retarded. So I think Aaron's lawyer even knows this is not great, and this whole thing's a mess. And that's what I think. I just think the lawyer's like, I'm not taking this. You can have your money back.
I think the exact same thing, and it's not even Rekieta laid it out. It's really those are the only two options, and it's not even money. Like even if you owe a lawyer money, if it's at this like point in the case, they still go to court, right? Like that's not a justification. Like payment owed or anything like that.
No, so, and he just retained him. So this is not even a fucking...
Well,
it's not a payment issue. I have a feeling, and I genuinely believe, this lawyer is probably not going to take one penny from Aaron. He's probably just took this case, looked at it, and went, here, I don't want anything to do with this. Leave me out of this.
Well, because it's a mess. And another thing I was about to mention is, like, and you just said, Aaron filled all this out on his own. Mm-hmm. No lawyer likes dealing with this shit. I've had to hire lawyers after... representing myself and saying some shit I shouldn't have said. And they're always salty every fucking time. And you should have came to me first. And why did you do this? And why did you do that? And it's always annoying dealing with these fuckers every single time. But they're right. I mean, like, you're mad at yourself, too, because you're thinking, yeah, this fucking asshole prick that I'm paying, 3 bands to or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. It's already annoying to have to talk to this fuck in the first place, but he's right. You know what I mean? Like,
and Aaron better hope to God that he informed Todd Peterson that he was doing this, because what he did was also relevant to what Todd Peterson's doing. Todd Peterson might withdraw. If that happens, Aaron's life's a nightmare. I mean, it's already...
What's a clusterfuck? People don't... I don't know if they understand. I've been involved with these restraining order situations.
What?
A lot. Actually. I know. Shocking.
You're such a boring guy. I never would have imagined.
Trust no bitch, Mersh. I'll just repeat. But anyway, these things, when you have one of these hearings, they're on the record. So a lot of times the reason you would settle or just accept, a year restraining order or whatever... mutual order is because if you have one of these hearings, it's on the record, right? So by accepting a restraining order, you're not saying anything that's being claimed against you is true. So that can't be used against you in a criminal trial, a civil trial, any of that stuff, because you're just saying, well, I'm not admitting to anything. I'm not saying any of it's true, but I'm just going to accept this so we can move on. But if you have one of these hearings, all that shit can be used against you in a criminal trial and a civil trial, which he's also facing civil liability.
He is going to
civil exposure.
This is part of my theory too, is that now that he's done this HRO thing, if they get thrown out, here's Aaron just complicated his situation because as of now, he is involved in one criminal case in which Kayla Ricada is the victim. So even like, all this shit about, well, Nick's coming after me. This is all coming from Nick and Nick this and Nick that. And trust me, I'm sure Nick's been, on the bench helping to coach the team. I mean, he's, obviously,
sure.
But it hasn't been coming from Nick up to this point. Nick has never been a victim up until now. Now with this HRO thing, a case could be made that Aaron he's using the court to harass people. And if it's gonna, it's a bold strategy to get an HRO against the husband of a woman you just pled guilty to revenge against. So like,
what, dude?
All that shit's gonna play in court.
Harassment campaign. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Sorry,
but I'm just saying all that HRO shit's now gonna factor into the criminal side because they can all say, well, this is all relevant to the case. And when it comes to the civil thing, as you just mentioned, there was a cap at one point about really realistically what Kayla and Nick could really seek from Aaron. But now if they can make this as where now Nick's a victim of a ongoing harassment campaign, dude, Aaron's 90-day sentence gets pulled down and can get reinstated. He could get fucking contempt of court. He obviously civilly will now be on the hook for even more money because now he has multiple lawsuits. Like this, he just can't fucking help himself.
Dude, there's so many ways this could go wrong. And he was already, looking down the barrel, perhaps. They put him in jail last time he was in court. That's never a good sign.
No.
Mersh.
But dude, how many times in your life have you seen, and I mean, you've had all-time crash outs. I've had all-time crash outs, not pretending like we haven't. But there have been times where we didn't crash out because there's nothing to be done at the time. And I'm sure you, just like me, there have been moments where you're watching your timeline and basically it looks like your world's on fire at that moment. But sometimes you need to shut the fuck up and just wait. Sometimes it's 3 a.m, nothing can be done. The attorneys are working on shit. There's nothing you can do. It sucks. It's a shitty feeling, but Aaron doesn't know how to just shut the fuck up and chill when there's no move to be made.
He doesn't have that courtroom experience. I mean, he's got, a little bit of it, but honestly,
but this is life experience. This should be basic stuff.
He's always playing games with the court. He's always, doing shit he shouldn't be doing. Like you talked about the other day, he's talking shit about the judges and he's doing all this stuff. It's like, look, dude, I've went out and said, hey, I don't agree with this decision, but I always say I respect the judge, even if they're complete fucking pricks, which they usually are, to be honest with you, because they're fucking judges. They're used to being pricks, right?
Yeah.
But they hold your life in their hands, and it's never smart to fuck with these people. And even if I've had beef, and I almost always do with the, the people, making complaints and all that shit, I'm always yes, sir, no, sir. Your Honor this, Your Honor that. I just don't think he really understands the system. And I wish I didn't understand it so well, but usually they don't actually really want to put you in jail, honestly. And you can almost always weasel your way out of that shit.
Well, especially when you're a fucking nerd like Aaron. They don't want to wait. They don't want to waste a fucking jail cell on Aaron. They just pay. If anything, they want to squeeze you fucking hard for a couple bucks and. You know what I mean? Get your prints on file and have a little folder on you like they want on everybody, but then they let you go. That's all. A little tap on your social credit score. That's it. It's mostly just money.
Look, the whole thing is a fucking... Dude, I don't know what he's thinking. He's got his ex-wife lined up to testify. He's got his current fucking whore lined up to testify. He's involved his kid in this.
Dude, dragging all these people in his troll shields in a court of law is a wild strategy. And I just don't know. I said it the other night. I don't know how this chick fucks you at this point. Like, you got to.
Well, it's embarrassing.
Would you ever be like, honey, I need you to come into court because people are saying mean words on the internet. I need you to testify as to how scared I am of Patrick Melton. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like that? How do you do that? How do you tell your chick, I need you to come to court, say, Patrick Melton puts the fear of God in me. And then also later, I want you to suck my dick. Like, well, I don't think you can have both, buddy.
It's an offensive maneuver by him. Like, I've had bitches go into court. Of course, I only had them tell the truth, Mersh, and never had them lie about anything like that. But I've had them come to court, defensively and say, hey, they're saying this about me. I need you to go and tell nothing but the truth and only the truth, right? And so I've had to do that several times. But as far as,
on the defense. I'm not talking about if you're on the defensive. Yeah. I mean, if your shit's on the line. This is a proactive. He went out of his way to start a fight and go, baby girl, I need you to come in and help me lawfare this guy. It's like, what? That's weird. And one of his witnesses, he's got a fucking sentence hanging over his head for violating an HRO last year with. It's insane.
With his ex-wife that he has testifying there. I
am so excited for Wednesday. And Virgie, my producer, he pointed out earlier, like, because I even said, I'm like, yeah, you could probably try to get a continuance, but like Virgie pointed out, you can't keep getting continuances on an HRO because that's literally has
there's only one, I think.
Yeah, and those have like tangible fucking real life fucking consequences, and they're supposed to be temporary, So like HROs, you absolutely have to let the respondent respond at some point. So I don't know if Wednesday, I'm trying not to get too excited. I don't know if they'll give him one more continuance, but I can't imagine they will. So I think this is all going to get tossed.
It depends on the jurisdiction, but usually you only get one continuance if you're the plaintiff on a restraining order. And I guess technically the respondent could allow another one, but I mean, do you think Rekieta is going to allow one? I don't think so.
So actually, when you think about it, the only reason this got continued was because Aaron retained a lawyer who went on and read the paperwork in one weekend and came back and said, I'm not your lawyer anymore. So Aaron blew his continuance. So this is like actually calling a timeout at a bad time. This guy just blew one of his timeouts in a fucking finals game. This is bad.
It's bad, and I don't see him getting one. I could be wrong because I don't know Minnesota law as well.
Can somebody look up if Aaron has 1 or 0 timeouts left on the clock, please? I need to know. Oh, I'd be.
If you take a timeout and you don't have one, that's a technical foul. So
he has got to be sweating bullets, man. I would be.
Me too. Like anytime jail's hanging over my head, I'm not happy. I've been to jail for 8 months. I didn't like it. And so I don't want to go back. And I've said this on air. Anything I have to do to stay, minus gay shit, like they were trying to talk about the fish tank. Anything else though, I'm down to do it. I don't give a fuck. So, and he's a fucking complete coward ass bitch. Like imagine this guy in jail long term. Are you serious? Like,
no, he won't. So, like he's not like cut out for. He's not cut out for 30 days. Like, I mean, I just no. There's certain personalities I know, and that can't like dial back. Like I know if I go to jail right now, I have to dial back my personality a bit, as you would but you know how to. And you're like, all right, keep these. You know what I mean? Aaron doesn't know how to not be Mr. Showman, and like. The last thing anybody wants to be in jail is anybody noticed at all. Nobody wants to notice anybody. Everybody just wants to keep their fucking head down and keep to themselves. So when you're the loud one, look, and then I got divorced. So then there's this guy, Nick Rekieta, right? He thinks he's like some kind of lawyer. And then we were swapping wives and then he was doing drugs. But then I told his pastor and then they went to the cops. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Dude, people just want to do their time in jail. They don't give a fuck what you have going on outside. Now, I mean, you can get to talking to people and have fun or whatever. Fun, quote unquote. Play cards or what have you. But you don't want to be flamboyant in there. You don't want to be the center of attention. And he just doesn't know how to comport himself in those situations. Like I said, for better, for worse, mostly for worse. I've been involved in the system since I was 12 fucking years old. I was in juvenile hall. I've been in jail 2 or 3 days and overnight and then the 8 months. I just know how to handle myself in those situations. And I was raised around these people, Mersh, the people that you'll see in jail, right? And so I know how to handle myself, and he doesn't. Look where the fuck he's from, dude. The fucking whitest place on earth.
Well, look how he described jail. He's like, "Oh, it was awesome, man. I gave this dude my applesauce," and like everybody was just laughing and joking, and it was like this weird revisiting in his mind of how jail is.
Also, that new haircut. Did you see that? I didn't want to leave that out. What?
Oh, can I get that? Let me pull that up. Oh, that is his sexy, slicked back Vince McMahon kind of.
Dude, he needs to switch back immediately.
No,
Sorry,
no. Let him have it. Let him have it, bro. Let's get him growing a mustache next. Slick back hair, mustache, Aaron. Boom, here. So thorough. Shout out So Thorough Joe Burrow.
That's where I saw it, too. That's exactly
He's a good egg. Yeah, look at that, huh? Sexy man. We have it pulled up now. Yeah, I don't know what he... You know what that is? You know what that is? And I'll tell you what it is. It's I'm sure you'll agree with me, though. Sudden change in like hairstyle. He's fucking panicking right now. Like his whole life's unraveling, and this is what a guy does when he's unraveling. Like new hairstyle, like new car, so you know what I mean. Like it's some new leather jacket.
It's about control, Mersh, and like that's one thing he can control is fucking hairstyle, right?
Yeah. Aaron's getting into his soul patch leather jacket phase. I feel like that's coming next. Holy
he looks like a greaser, from the fucking Outsiders or some shit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I did want to comment on that.
I do want to give a shout out to Ricada, though, who has obviously been enjoying many a victory lap lately. And by the way, fuck the Sonotru medallion. That thing can eat shit, huh? That was total bullshit.
Ricada said he was gonna hollow it out and fuck it through the mouth or some shit on Twitter. The other day, I think he should follow through with that.
But no, the reason I brought up Ricada, though, I just wanted to say, like, the funniest thing he had to say about this all day about Kiwi Farms was they can't even fathom that they've been wrong. Have you seen the Kiwi Cope about Ricada today? It's been off the charts.
No, I haven't checked in actually on that, but I wanted to because I saw they were trying to say he doxed him and all this gay shit. At least that's what they were saying on Twitter. I didn't see what they were saying on their site.
Yeah, it's just been a whole lot of like, I don't understand. What does the judge not understand? Like, what does this lawyer not understand? Why is this happening? Like, it's like, Aaron, this should be such an easy win for Aaron. They're all just like,
well, it was their idea for him to do this, dude, which was totally retarded from the start. Like, they're like, why doesn't he just file restraining orders on Ricada and Melton? And then he went and did that dumb shit because he read it on Kiwi Farms, dude. That's where he got his legal advice from.
Yeah, the only people that have benefited really from any of this shit has been streamers and local lawyers in Stearns County and Candy Ojai County.
Yeah.
Like, none of these people ever got the body cam footage they wanted. They're not getting the outcomes they wanted. It's just a bunch of lawyers that are going to be collecting fucking stacks.
Hit the like button. Okay, Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway.
Doom used to wear diapers. And now he's a rotten piece of fat-ass lard-ass who's in a fucking trafficking ring on the internet, and you're the government. Where's the fucking protection?
Doom's an asshole, but I'll unban the guy.
Doesn't matter how you think you're a hero in this and a hero in that. Look at Doom!
Oh, take that nigga gon' get clipped today.